Hello! Welcome to my secret hiding spot. Boys, good luck finding me here.
We're about to play a 6-day game of hide and seek across the UK. Right now, we're the Seekers, and we're starting in London.
Well, I had 4 hours to get to... Well, I mean, I'm not going to tell you where I am. It's hide and seek. I hide, and then you don't know where I am. You have to figure it out.
Welcome to our 6-day game of hide and seek across the United Kingdom. The goal of this game is simple. Hide for as long as you can without being found. Right now, Ben and I are starting in London as the Seekers, while the first hider, Adam, had 4 hours to find a hiding spot anywhere else in the UK. In order to find him, we'll have to piece together information about his location using these 62 questions in our question book. Adam has to answer these questions truthfully, but in exchange, he'll get to draw cards from the hider deck, giving him big advantages like time bonuses or curses that he can use to slow us down. Once we find Adam, positions will rotate, and it will be someone else's turn to hide. After the end of 6 days, the player with the longest single hiding run wins. We'll go over all the nitty-gritty rules later. For now, Adam's clock is ticking, so Ben and I need to look at our map and figure out what to ask so we can start moving in Adam's direction.
What does the UK look like, Ben?
Adam is somewhere in here.
I think he's here.
It is 11 a.m., which means that we should be expecting our first question any minute now. I would say number one thing that I'm worried about is that they figure out too early that I'm on the coast. There are a few different questions they could ask that could tell them that. So I think we just really have to hope that they wait a little bit before they ask anything in that realm. Let's go into town, shall we?
We should probably ask a question because we're burning time.
Yes. Okay. Well, there's many questions we can ask. We've got our little investigation book with all of our questions.
So before we ask our first question, I should explain what kind of questions we can ask. In this game, our questions are broken up into 6 simple tools. Matching questions allow us to check whether something about our location is the same or different from Adam's, like is his region the same as ours, is his nearest commercial airport the same as ours, things like that. Measuring questions are similar, but they allow us to check whether something is closer to or further from Adam than it is from us, like is he closer to an international border, is he closer to a coastline, etc. The thermometer allows us to ask whether we're hotter or colder to Adam's location after we've traveled a certain distance. The radar can check whether Adam is or isn't within a certain distance of us, and photo questions allow us to ask Adam for a photo of something like his train platform or the tallest mountain he can see. Finally, we've got tentacles, a special tool for dealing with denser areas that we can explain later. There's a lot of ways we can approach this, but we've got to figure out a strategy quickly.
I don't know exactly because we're kind of starting in a weird place where we're like all the way at the bottom of the map.
Yeah, but there is plenty west and south of here.
I mean, this would be risky, but we could be like, are you in the same country as us? Or is it country? Is England a country?
Yeah.
What is the UK?
It's a country of countries.
Okay, that is confusing.
If he is in another country, it's almost certainly Wales.
It's almost certainly Wales.
Because he had 4 hours. He could theoretically be in Scotland, but only the tiniest bit.
It either tells us immediately that he's almost certainly in Wales, or it knocks out all of Wales, which is still pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah.
It's a risky first question.
Especially considering that I think we both agree his first instinct would be to go to Wales, because Wales is cool.
Wales is cool.
And England is?
Way less cool than Wales.
All right.
Look, I like starting with a risky question. Let's ask him if he's in the same country as us. Are you in England, Adam Chase?
Oh, folks, we have gotten our first question. They would like to know if I'm in the same country as them. Tell you what, I was really tempted to go to either Wales or Scotland, but I thought that this would be one of the first questions they asked. And so I resisted that urge. I am, in fact, in jolly old England.
Okay, we've got our answer. Are you ready? He is in England. He is in England.
I don't want to stay in England longer.
Look, we can forget about Scotland. We can forget about Wales. England.
Okay, so we probably want something to give us direction soon.
Let me take out the map again. We're right about here. I would love to be able to split the map kind of diagonally like this.
So you're thinking like a thermometer style thing?
Yeah, I think if we could find the right station to go to, of course, and I don't know if we've explained this yet, but there's currently a tube strike in London, which is epic. We support unions, except for right now when they are screwing us because they're in cahoots with Team Adam.
And now we need to draw our cards. Because they asked a matching question, I get to look at the top 3 cards and then pick my favorite. And awesome. Awesome way to start the season.
So, really quick, this card that Adam just pulled is a curse. This is a special kind of card that Adam can keep in his hand and play against us whenever he thinks it would be most advantageous. The one he just pulled prevents Ben and I from asking any more questions until we've successfully completed a mini game of hide and seek ourselves. Curses, though, always have a casting cost. This card can only be played when Ben and I are off transit and away from a train station. In this game, choosing the right curses and casting them at the right time can be the key to getting a winning run.
Curse of the hide and seekception is not a great curse. I think that it is probably ultimately better than a 10-minute bonus. So I am going to keep it. Let's keep going. That's town.
All right, for inexplicable reasons, we've walked over here.
We walked over here to give you a little bit of variety. We need to go to a station where if we ask if we're hotter or colder, it splits the map in a diagonal.
Peterborough is 50 minutes. Okay, we have 8 minutes until that train.
Okay.
The quickest station gets.
You're freaking me out.
Okay, calmly. I don't know, my quick hot take, Ben, is I think it is likelier than not that he is north of here.
Yes, well, because we're
and there's
bottom.
More options.
Before we leave, is there a radar we can do that would
We could do like a 100-mile radar or something.
Let's do a 100-mile radar first.
So we do a 100-mile radar, and if it's not a hit, we don't get on this train.
If it's a hit, we don't get on the train.
Okay, what do you guys send now?
I'd say let's do that.
And then go to the platform?
Yeah, let's go to the platform.
Okay, let's do it.
Is it the train to Edinburgh?
It is.
Okay, so we've done a 100-mile radar just to see if he is like down in this general area because we can do it quickly. If it's a hit, then
we get scared and we bail from this train.
We stay here because he's not all the way up there.
Okay, we should get an answer any second now. Let's maybe start walking.
And folks, we have got question 2. 100-mile radar. Unfortunately, I would say that that is a pretty smart question. I am not within 100 miles of them, but knowing that knocks out a ton of area. So I would say that it was a smart question. Okay, radar questions. I get to look at the top 2. Ooh, okay. Oh, well, these are both good. I think I have to take the veto.
We're committing, Ben, right? Miss, we get on.
Miss, we get on. It's a miss, we get on the train, we go north.
It's legit time. It's miss. Okay, we're getting on.
All right. He's far away, let's go north.
No? Okay.
Oh?
I guess we're not getting on.
So they did not want us to get on that train. The guy, he screamed so
He said
loud.
no, very loudly. He's an agent of Adam.
I thought we were gonna die.
I still like the move of going up to Peterborough with the radar, and we gotta wait like 20 minutes. So if we're gonna kill this time anyway, we might as well ask questions. Here's a pitch. Coastline. Because the thing about the peninsula, she's skinny.
So if he was closer to the coastline, that would cover basically the whole peninsula.
Well, what would it look like what would it look like if he's further? Because then that would maybe exclude it.
If he was further, then it would exclude the whole peninsula.
Except for some very tiny areas. If he's closer, then that's less useful, at least right now, but it still cuts off a lot of
It's
country.
a good question. I'd say let's hit it.
All right, do it.
Do it.
Sending?
Yeah.
Okay. We got a decision to make here. They've just asked if I am closer to or further from a coastline than them. Now, here is the thing. I could use my veto on that. But if I do, if I were them, I would then request a photo of the largest body of water I can see, and then they would see that I'm fully on the ocean. If I decide to go ahead and answer this question, they'll know I'm kind of near the coast, but not necessarily that close. I think I answer this. Look, you can get mad at me about not using the veto if you want, okay? But I really do think that if I veto this, it makes them too suspicious. Then they ask me for a picture of my largest body of water. Now that question's out of the way, and if they ask for largest body of water, veto.
Okay, he's closer. That is annoying, although expected. Adam, we're coming for you. What do we do now?
we still go
I
to
still
Peterborough?
don't know what to do. We could go to Peterborough. We could go north and ask a thermometer and try and cut off the peninsula. We've been calling it the peninsula, which is not a real term,
It should be.
but it should be.
That's our train. Should we get on?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Okay, let's draw our cards.
Curse of the Drained Brain. Choose 3 questions in different categories. The seekers cannot ask those questions for the rest of your run. Casting cost, discard your hand.
Okay.
Curse of the Gilded Inquiry. Secretly choose 1 question. If the seekers ask that question after this curse is played, the question is automatically vetoed and you instantly draw and keep 3 extra cards. Casting cost, the seeker's next question is free.
I think I go Gilded Inquiry, because with my veto and this, it's like having 2 vetoes. Curse of the Drained Brain is kind of like having 3 vetoes, but they all have to be said beforehand, and they're known. Okay, I'm gonna play Gilded Inquiry right now on the coastline question.
Sam, we've got a curse.
Oh, God.
Curse of the Gilded Inquiry.
He knows we're here. He could definitely guess the 50-mile.
I don't know. I think that, I would be pretty shocked if he put it on the 50-mile thermometer, which is the worst thermometer.
Yeah. So we ask it anyway?
I think, yeah, I think that's,
Do we want
it's a really good curse, though.
Yeah, it is.
All right, boarding the train to Peterborough.
Oh, are they going somewhere? If they are going somewhere, where? There's like 3 completely different regions that I could be in. I mean, I guess it's possible they're just gonna take a guess. It looks like they're going north. They still haven't eliminated that area southwest, though. I guess they'll have to do that later. We will see.
So we're just looking at our thermometer options here.
The train is moving.
The train is moving. We're on it.
I just wanted to mention.
We're on our way. Yeah, because you can't see.
We don't have a window.
But we're on our way. Here's what we're gonna do. Sam, let me tell you. We're gonna start a 50-mile thermometer once we're passing through Hatfield. And once we do this thermometer, we'll have a pretty good sense if he's north or if he's south.
Ben? Thank you. I didn't know that was what I was getting. It was like a barbecue chicken cooked monsieur, I guess.
Let's really get in there.
I don't want the camera touching my food.
Ooh, it's not touching it.
Delicious ice cream. Sounds amazing. This is crazy. It's like a totally different texture. It's sort of more like whipped cream. What are they up to?
Okay, I'm gonna look into. You find him?
Yeah, there he is. All right, we're ending our thermometer here a little bit before Peterborough. If we do find out that we're hotter, then we might want to stay on until Leeds.
Yeah. It's always stressful.
Gain more knowledge from the great soul.
I mean, come on, we have to go on the Ferris wheel, right? Okay, they have finished their thermometer. I could veto this, but if I did, they could just do like a shorter thermometer while they keep going up. So I don't actually think that that's worth it. I don't like it when they do good guesses. But they're not on a Ferris wheel. So who's really winning right now?
Come on now. Come on.
That's percent water. Okay. Wanna stay on?
I think it makes sense.
I think we should stay on till Leeds. Goodbye, Peterborough.
Thanks. All right. It's time to start looking
I
for...
suffered the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune when Zoltar is here to guide you.
Oh my gosh. Zoltar, am I going to win?
I am Zoltar, at your service.
Hi, Zoltar.
Listen closely to my instructions.
Okay.
Hard work pays off over time.
Okay.
But laziness, it pays off right now. Heed my
Sure.
advice. Relax and enjoy yourself today. You deserve it.
Okay. I am wise like the owl, patiently waiting for the right time to react to any event. To me, this means that I was right to save my veto. I'm wise like the owl, and I'm patiently waiting.
We're gonna clean up. We have curry on the map now.
Who could have anticipated?
No one could have anticipated. This is crazy. Putting the map away. We're gonna look at our phones.
Okay. I think we're cooking with gas.
I think we might be. I mean, the problem is the map gets like a little messy. It's a little messier than I would like.
You couldn't be in the Norwich area, right? Well, no, theoretically you could be.
Yeah. I don't think I'm choosing to not think about that.
Honestly,
right
if
now.
he's there, look, we're Denzo, we're GG, game's over right now.
Yeah, probably.
So honestly, we don't even worry about it.
They are approaching quicker than I would like. I think we gotta start looking for hiding spots. I do not think that hiding down here by the sort of boardwalk is the move. So I think we need to go up more into the town. And I have awesome news about how we get further into town, which is that we take the tramway. Okay, let's take a gander.
Right. I mean, I would love to get a photo from him
Could be fun,
sooner rather than later.
especially because we have the time to analyze it.
What kind of photo are you craving, Sam?
Our 5 buildings is a classic.
Biggest body of water in your zone is interesting because maybe we could see if he's on the coast.
Yeah, but usually you just see the water. Sometimes hard to.
Must include either both sides of the body of water or the horizon.
I've never felt that. I can't remember an instance where that's been that.
No, it's. You want to just ask for 5 buildings? Photo of 5 buildings?
Might as well. They're so cheap.
Yeah. Let's ask for a photo of 5 buildings.
Well, they have asked for a photo of 5 buildings. I'm glad that I had left the beach for this because I think that the buildings are going to be a lot more generic in this part of town. I think that what I want to do is find like the most rural looking buildings. Because where I am is actually like relatively big compared to the places that it's nearest to. Maybe this, I'm allowed to blur text, but even this clearly communicates that I'm in a place with like a main street and stuff. Now this feels pretty generic. It's like, where's that? That could be anywhere, especially when you crop it in. Like, I think that's about as good as we're gonna do. And let's draw our cards. Well, our card. It's a photo, we only get one card.
All right, folks, we've got a photo.
Let's see. That looks like England.
I mean, those are like row houses.
That implies to me not too small. It's pretty cloudy looking. Whereas like here, there's some blue sky.
But I feel like you're more likely to see clouds like that near a coast, too.
True.
Okay, I'm back on the beach. Now look, I have to be honest with you about something. There is a castle here. But, in my defense, there's a castle almost everywhere in England, okay? I know I always hide near castles, but I didn't do it this time. I didn't even realize there was a castle here when I first looked here. I found out later. All right, let's go check it out.
All right. We've been waffling for a while.
We're almost to Leeds.
We want to play a thermometer.
We want to split the map so that we know which coast to go to, but it's just, we just can't quite make a thermometer work. But the thing we could do is we could just do the half mile and walk it, like get to Leeds and just walk a direction and get the exact angle we want.
Or even start at a half mile out of the station and then just like walk a little bit north or south to get the exact angle.
So this basically works if we do it at this roundabout here.
Okay, then we can do some minor tweaking on foot.
Yeah.
What if this is...
You love the what if game. My game is I do whatever I want.
Oh, wait, we're here. So we're doing it. We're doing it.
Do it.
Okay, they started a half mile thermometer. My guess is that they're gonna use this to cut the country into east and west. I'm thinking it might be time for a veto. They can do the same thing with a 3 mile thermometer, but it'll be annoying. And then they'll have used their 3 mile thermometer. So I kind of think this might be our moment. I've been patiently waiting, but I think that now my owl-like wisdom is telling me that this might be our moment.
All right. In order to get this thermometer to exactly the beautiful angle that we need, we want to go to the H&M.
Okay.
It's not a sponsor, but I will say credit to H&M, they've chosen a great spot to end a thermometer. What is Leeds known for? Is this where the Beatles are from?
No.
Oh.
This is like the first we've seen England.
It's hard to walk and use binoculars at the same time. They don't tell you that.
This looks like Britain. Kind of have the tenants of every British main street with like a Greg's, a Cafe Nero,
There's a restaurant here called Slug
a
and Lettuce.
Tesco. That kind of describes British family.
Yeah. Sam,
Is that H&M?
Sam, I found it. Right? Wait, hold on. No. I'm doing this bit again.
Do you want to declare it?
Sam, I found the H&M.
Okay. Do you want to declare it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the thermometer has come. I think it's time to veto. Now, it's possible that they can basically re-ask this with a 3 mile thermometer, but I think that'll be inconvenient for them. And if they do it, then they'll have used up 3 of their 4 thermometers.
We have an answer.
Okay. This son of a bitch has hit us with a veto question.
Oh.
That is not,
On the one hand, on the other hand, we're on to him.
or he just realized this was a good question to veto. Or we're on to him. Let's look at
if there's any kind of 3-mile thermometer that could get us maybe a similar.
Well, that's kind of what we were looking at before.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a train to Crossgate, but I don't think that gets us quite the angle that we want.
Maybe let's walk back towards the station. Sam, Crossgate still works.
Does it though? So there's like a little bit of a slice. Here, let's cross.
Yeah, it's not as perfect, but it's.
Well, we can do it relatively efficiently now because there is a quick transfer back. So maybe it's worth it.
This geography is a little awkward, but I think it's as good as we're gonna do right now. So let's get on this train to Crossgates and let's start our 3-mile thermometer now. We're really burning through these.
It's pretty cool here. Yeah, it is really beautiful up here. Okay, well, as predicted, they're doing the 3-mile thermometer. But that definitely is going to have taken them a bit. I think that it will have slowed them down enough that it was worth it to do it, especially because they don't have good thermometers left. They only have one left now. So I still say worth it.
Man, I wish he had not vetoed that half mile. That is.
Yep.
It hurts.
All right.
Okay.
Sam, we made it to Crossgates. We just got to get a little bit north
Yeah, that train was late, so we only have 10 minutes.
and end this
until the train
thermometer. All right.
comes. So I think we just follow this road up a bit.
Whatever takes us north.
Yeah. Okay, we end it here.
Let's end it here. The geography is a little weird, but we'll probably get rid of the sliver somehow. Somehow.
Okay, committing?
Committing. Let's get on that train back.
Okay. If that does it for us, Ben,
It's not gonna be. He's not in the sliver.
That'll be the blunder.
His ass is not in the sliver.
The blunder of all time.
Come on. What direction are you going? Well, damn. Why don't they guess wrong sometimes? Hey. Let's draw our stupid cards.
Curse of the Prosperous Home. Expand the radius of your hiding zone by 50%.
Ooh. More time bonus to use it. Well, I'd love the castle. Let's go back into town.
All right, Sam, we got an answer.
What is
you
it?
ready? Are you emotionally prepared to
I don't
receive
know. I
this
don't know.
information? Hotter.
East Coast.
The East Coast, which means that the sliver is not a problem. The problem is that this is still kind of a weird slice of map remaining.
Yeah, and a lot of the lines to the coast are like pretty big commitments.
We can ask if he's in our same region, and because our region contains most of the whole stuff. Is this our train?
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the coast yet. We need to figure out like which section of coast he's on before we actually go there.
I don't know that we're gonna have a more useful time for the region question now.
No, and it's also like if it's a hit, huge. Oh my God, you know what's in our map? Saltburn. You ever watch Saltburn?
It seemed too freaky.
Maybe he's getting freaky over somewhere.
I know. I gotta go crazy with this.
1 fish and chips and 1 chips and cheese, yeah? Yes, thank you. Otherwise, 1380 altogether, please.
Is this right? Is this the right one? Everyone knows. Certainly not me.
I like region. I like region, and if it's a no, we start going north and we use our 10-mile thermometer to exclude everything south.
I'm not convinced that's worth it. but I like region first at least.
All right, let's do region.
Large. It's an old thing.
All right, we're asking same region. Currently, we are in Yorkshire and the Humber. Adam, are you in Yorkshire and the Humber? Only time will tell.
Well, I would say that that's not great. Because I am in the same region as them.
Got an answer.
What is it?
Bingo.
It's a hit?
It's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit.
Spotted ya. Spotted ya. Okay, this is good. This is good. We're making good time here.
Adam, wait, no. First, cut to Adam spiraling. I want to see Adam spiraling.
Adam, I see you spiraling.
Well, shoot.
So we know we want to go. Well, we still don't know where we want to go, but we've got a small map. We've got it's just this region, and we've already cut off like a huge chunk of it anyway.
We need a genius question, Ben.
So it's like he's either around this like Middlesbrough area, or Hull.
And we kind of need to know because once we go down the line, we'll just have to back.
I don't think we can quite commit to going to one of those two yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Ben and I are potentially about to make a huge mistake. If you didn't just catch that, we seem to think that Middlesbrough and the surrounding lines are in our region and still in play. The thing is, they're not. Even this line that goes down to Whitby, which does enter the remaining map, wouldn't be valid. The trains don't run often enough for any of these stations to be used as hiding zones under our rules. And to raise the stakes here, Middlesbrough is basically completely disconnected from the parts of our map that are in play. That means that if we mistakenly decide to go there, we're liable to lose hours for nothing. Now, back to our strategizing.
I bet he's in Saltburn or something.
I mean, it would
I
be
bet his
funny.
freaky ass is in Saltburn.
I fear we might have to move.
I think we might, but it's still a question of what is the best way to move. Is there any way to use a thermometer to cut it through here? You would need to
Like we could maybe like go down that line or go up that line.
like if we went up that line from York, we could very easily do that thermometer. It's just risky.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate that because that is like clean.
So, I mean, we could get on this train all the way to Middlesbrough.
If we basically YOLO it towards Middlesbrough, that is the only way we can ask a clean thermometer that cuts the map in two. We just might be going the wrong direction.
We're going to waste a lot more time, I think, with messiness. Because it really seems like we need to get rid of the Middlesbrough cluster.
I think that is the most.
And I don't have an idea how to do that except get on the train. So one more epic move.
One more epic move never hurt anybody, right?
Let's get to platform 16 while we make final thoughts.
I guess let's draw our cards. Things are not looking awesome.
Curse of the Gambler's Feet. For the next hour, seekers must roll a die before they take any steps in any direction. They may take that many steps before rolling again. Casting cost, roll a die. If it's an even number, this curse has no effect.
It's a good one, a classic.
Curse of the 5-Minute King. Remove all 5-minute bonuses from the deck for the rest of your run. After doing so, you must reshuffle the deck. Casting cost, discard 2 5-minute bonus cards.
Here's the thing. Gambler's Feet is funny. It doesn't actually do that much to slow them down. Curse of the 5-Minute King, it only makes the deck marginally bigger and I need 2 5-minute bonuses. I think I take the 10-minute bonus and I use it to cast the Curse of the Prosperous Home. Curse of the Prosperous Home requires discarding 20 minutes of time bonus. I'm going to discard them and cast this curse, expanding my hiding area Now we really have to find a good place to hide.
We have received an SMS text message, Ben.
He has cursed us with the curse of the prosperous home.
Oh, watch out.
Doesn't do anything to us yet, but means he's got a big old fat old hiding zone, which is gonna make the end game harder. It just...
Let's get to the platform. We can at least waffle for 20 minutes until we get to York without necessarily committing too much.
The only situation where this is bad is where we're going the wrong direction. But then after that, like, we'll have a much cleaner map.
I can't think of a better move.
Your safety, as well as security.
Okay, so we're just gonna have to start the thermometer like here and end it like here. And then we get our perfect, beautiful line.
It would be really funny if using Saltburn.
It's probably pretty, right?
Actually, I'm checking whether we'd be able to see the ocean.
Do you want to ask for a photo? Do we have 20, how long is this train?
We'd be in York just under 20 minutes. I think it'd be fine because we're going to start it outside of York, but we need to ask now.
Let's ask for the biggest body of water. I think we should at least be able to tell if he's not on the ocean. Probably.
Should we do it?
Do it now.
Ha, in fact, ha. They have requested a photo of my biggest body of water. As you may remember, due to the curse of the Gilded Inquiry, that question is automatically vetoed, and I get to draw and keep 3 cards. Folks, this rules for us. Oh, Sam.
Oh, no.
Okay. But hold on. Sam. Look.
It's a lot of cards you just got.
Yeah, he did just get 3 cards and our question vetoed. It's interesting that that's the question that he chose.
Yeah. I don't think it necessarily implies that he is on the coast.
No, but it's just interesting.
Now, let's get our cards. 15-minute bonus. Great start. 10-minute bonus. Fine. And the Curse of the Soothsayer.
Curse of the Soothsayer. For the rest of the round, you may choose to predict the next question after each question is asked. If you are right, you earn triple rewards. If you are wrong, you earn no reward. Casting cost, discard a curse.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So, wait, Ben. Saltburn actually isn't in that region.
Saltburn isn't in that region?
No.
What do you mean?
The region ends here, so none of that line is in. The only bit that isn't is this line.
Oh. Middlesbrough isn't in it?
Apparently not.
Well, what do you want to do?
Makes me wonder if we get off in York.
But we could still cut off that line.
But that line doesn't seem that likely. Included on frequency. We definitely want to get off.
Okay. Welcome to York.
What the f do we do now?
We probably shouldn't have come here.
No, somewhat.
We kind of thought some lines were in play that are not.
This is on the way to some stuff.
It's fine, but
We need to stop narrowly having big f-ups, Ben.
the key is narrowly.
The thing I'm worried about is that even though on the map there's a decent number of possibilities left, I don't actually think that I could have gotten to a lot of them. So I am worried that they might have a good guess about where I am. And maybe that's what they're about to do. They're about to just go for it.
We've got him down to like,
We're doing great.
I mean, what, like probably like less than a couple dozen stations now.
I think it's a healthy couple dozen. I don't know.
I don't know exactly. I mean, we could just like go to Scarborough.
I mean, it's not the craziest idea. I mean, it seems like we have like decent maneuverability around here.
Great. I love to maneuver.
So it's kind of like, I feel like we should probably either be getting on that train to Hull or the train to Scarborough.
But what do we do getting on those trains?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
What do we do? What do we do? Ben?
Well, look, I feel like we're doing pretty good.
We are. I just don't know how to.
Even though we did literally just make a giant mistake.
And we did. We almost made a giant mistake.
We made a little mistake on the way to making a giant mistake.
Yes.
We are gonna look so stupid.
No, we've gotten everything right.
We're gonna look like a genius. Okay.
So radar, not useful because we're equidistant from the two main areas.
There's always the question where we go on a line, we're like, are you on this one? But I fear it may be too early. Like, he could be in Grimsby.
Let's keep in the back of our minds, there is that train to Hull in 12 minutes.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go to Hull?
Once we're there, or even once we're on the way there, we could probably ask a much more useful radar.
You know how we can exclude, can't we exclude Grimsby on county?
If we ask county?
If we're in Hull? That feels pretty good. I kind of like that. We could basically ask that right after we leave for Hull.
I can't think of something very useful we can do here.
No.
And there's a lot useful we can do in Hull. I think.
Like go to Hull.
Okay, let's go. I'm getting hangry. I need food. I want to buy food.
I have a lot of bars.
I have bars too, but I've had my bars. I'm gonna crash out on bars, Ben.
Hello. Made it on the train to Hull. Get a little Pret a Manger. Never hurt anybody.
I'm so excited for food. I'm so hungry. If the answer is yes, I was just checking. This train, it goes all the way up to Bridlington.
Yeah.
Meaning this train stops at almost every. Wait, would we want a station photo?
No. Ask for a station photo.
Wow.
Why not? I think that is a worthwhile card. What are the chances he pulls a banger? 0. 0 chance he pulls a banger off of this question.
Okay, well, I was trying to go to the other end of my zone to check it out, but they want a picture of the train platform. Well, folks, we've made it to the station. Has to be visible from the train platform. This station is under construction. Is there a way that they would be able to figure out what stations are under renovation? Okay, yes. Google will tell me that it is, which means I don't think we should show any of this. Okay. How about that? I don't know how helpful that's going to be.
All right, Sam. Ooh, got a photo from Adam.
I feel like we would be able to notice that.
It's a pretty particular type brick.
Like, I don't think most stations
Look like that.
would have that brick.
You've got that red sign in the corner.
Because, like, a lot of these stations don't even have structures. So it's at least, like, not the most rural.
And I reckon we're getting pretty close.
I reckon Mr. Chase is quaking.
Okay, so they seem to have turned around and are now going the wrong way, which is good. I'm just confused. Where are they going?
I think the key's probably in this county. Sam, there's a castle.
Nice little look at the castle.
Look at the castle. Sam,
Wait, we're there.
let's ask if he is in this county.
Adam, this is your end game.
Okay, well, I understand what they were doing now. They were trying to get to the county of East Riding of Yorkshire to ask if I was there. And folks, I am thrilled to tell you that I am not. This does narrow things down quite a bit. On the other hand, they just wasted a ton of time going and figuring that out.
I'm stressed, Ben. I'm mostly stressed about like a no answer. A no answer.
But a no answer does probably eliminate more than half the stations.
Yes, but I just don't know what we do
No,
next.
it'll be annoying.
I know. Okay. You ready? It's a no.
Okay. Fine. What do we do?
Panic.
No, that's the wrong answer.
All right, folks. Let's draw our cards, shall we? 1. Fine. 2. Okay, better. 3.
Curse of the Jammed Door. For the next 3 hours, whenever the Seekers want to pass through a doorway into a building, business, train, or other vehicle, they must first roll 2 dice. If they do not roll a 7 or higher, they cannot enter that space. Any given doorway can be reattempted after 15 minutes. Casting cost, discard a card.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big time. All right, let's use this right now. Let's discard Curse the Soothsayer. I don't want to do that. Oh, folks.
Oh, we got sent something, Ben.
The classic.
Oh man, Ben, things were going good. So we could have gotten to Scarborough.
But you've gotten to any of the stations below Scarborough.
Yes.
I think that those are like pretty attractive.
Yeah, but there's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
So our fastest way to Scarborough at this point is actually probably staying on this.
I mean, it's true that like actually getting off of a train is a risk now because of the jam door.
Yeah.
So like the fact that we're on a train that is moving is worth something.
So it's basically, if we're right, if we haven't f***ed up, which we probably have, he's either in one of 3 stations up there, or he's in like all of this. Wait, Ben, we could radar, right?
What's like a 25 from around here look like?
Okay, we'd have to use it like ASAP. Okay, we would want to use it in like seconds.
From Brow?
Because that way we would just include Grimsby and we would get as much of Doncaster as possible. All right, get it?
Yeah, hit it.
I'll tell you something, folks. Things have turned around a little bit for us here. They had a straight shot from York to me, but instead they backtracked. They went the wrong way. Now they're gonna have to make their way back here and deal with the Curse of the Jam Door. I mean, that one mistake by them, going the wrong way from York, is probably gonna get me like at least 2 extra hours. They have asked for a 25-mile radar. Seemingly they are trying to eliminate all of the area in the Humber. I am not within 25 miles of them. I'm simply not. I'm not. Nothing I can do about that. And so we draw 2 cards and pick one. It's interesting.
Curse of the Archaeologist. Send the Seekers a photo of a building or structure whose age you can verify to within a century. The Seekers must find a building or structure, whose age they can also verify, from the same century or earlier before asking another question. Casting cost, a standard photo of a building or structure.
Yeah, Curse of the Archaeologist is interesting, but I just don't think I want to give them that information. I think I'd prefer just a good old time bonus. Look, things are going so good for us right now. I think we need to celebrate. And I happen to know the perfect place to do it. Let's go.
So brown. All right.
This could be Big Ben.
What's it say?
Mess.
You're giving me YouTube face. You're giving me thumbnail face.
If we are right about everything, we have him down to 3 stations. That doesn't... It kind of seems like too good to be true.
I'm scared to continue on this train past here. I mean, it's such a gamble.
But based on our info right now, it's the right move.
All right, Sam, we're in Hull. This is the sort of big question. Do we stay on this train because we think that he is up north? Are we confident enough?
Should we be banking on us being right or banking on us being wrong?
I don't know, Sam. I don't know what to... Stay on the train? You want to stay on the train?
Well, I think it would be silly to bank on us being wrong. We should be banking on us being right. We don't have time to redo our work right now before this train pulls out of the station.
I'm sweating, though. Sam, I'm sweating like a pig.
You do that normally, Ben.
I'm sweating like a roast pig.
Scarborough looks lovely.
Look, I agree that, like, vibes-wise, I think it's so much more likely that he's up there.
Look at all these f***ing row houses. We know he's in row houses. Look at those row houses.
Yeah, there's row houses. I hear you.
He's in Scarborough. He's in Scarborough, man.
I certainly think he's around there.
I think we gotta stand. I just don't see the logic to stay off.
I don't know what we would do if we got off.
No. I think it's simply is Strava map time. If we think we have it down to 3.
Strava map. You can have a Strava map as a treat. Hit it.
Bang, bang, boom. All right. I think we're ending our day in Ridlington.
Bridlington?
Ridlington.
All right, well, they are coming hard with the questions now. They would like the map of half a mile of streets, at least 5 turns. Okay. I think that I found an area that is pretty generic. I am hopeful that it will not give them that much. But on the other hand, Sam is historically very good at dealing with Strava maps. Let's get our 1 card for answering that question. Yay!
Ben, I've been searing the image of Scarborough into my retinas. It's got the row houses that he sent the photo with of close to the station.
Yeah.
It has cliffs. It has a castle. Scarborough is definitely my leading theory. Oh, here it is. It's very blocky.
Very blocky. Okay.
With like perfectly right turns.
I mean, they're 100% are like, look at the stuff around Kappelman's Fish and Chips.
Yeah.
I legit think that could, in fact, be it. Right around here.
Okay, let me try that.
Like, that looks pretty good to me. That looks pretty good to me. Can I get credit for spotting that immediately?
I mean,
that looks pretty.
I didn't tilt it, so the angle is 100%. The shape, I mean, it's 100% match.
Sam, I've got one question for you. Are you going to Scarborough Fair? You know that song? You know that song by Simon Garfunkel?
No.
Give it a listen tonight. That's
what I do know, Ben. I'm going to Scarborough because Mr. Adam Chase, he's in Scarborough.
Yes. Yes. What the hell? Is it closed? Well, this sucks. All right, folks. Well, it would seem that they have turned northward. Yeah, my guess is that the jig is basically up at this point. So tomorrow morning, we need to lock in on finding a good hiding spot. We've got a lot of area to play with. We expanded our hiding zone. I will see you back here at this exact spot tomorrow morning.
Thanks. All right, well, welcome to Bridlington, Sam.
It's nice. Look, they got flowers and shit.
Well, Sam, I think this is where we end our day because tomorrow we think we know where Adam is.
We got it.
We're pretty sure he's in Scarborough. There is a train first thing, which is why we can't leave the station, because otherwise we're going to have to roll to get in.
Yeah.
The bad news is we are also going to have to roll for that train because we have this curse of the jam door. You got to roll the dice to see if you can get on the train or if the door jams.
I'm so good at rolling dice.
And so we might get locked out of the first train to Scarborough.
I might also get locked out of the second train to Scarborough.
That
That's the problem for
We'll eventually expire and we'll deal with it as it comes up.
All right, goodbye.
Good night. Mwah.
Good morning. It is 7 a.m. And I believe that they are coming for my ass.
All right, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
It is day 2. So we've still got the jam door curse, which means we have to roll the dice to see if we can get on the train when it arrives. And if we don't roll right, then we're waiting for at least the second train to Scarborough.
Yeah, which is 40 minutes after the first train.
All right, let's go to the right platform.
There's a train from there to here. So the time has come to find our hiding spot. We could go that way, towards the stuff where we started. I would argue that this is a mistake because this cliff area, very distinctive. We have to be within 10 feet of a path and there's very limited paths over there. So I actually think they would find me very quickly over there. So I think the actual solution is we need to go to the most boring part of town that is the most generic. So let's get looking.
How do you enjoy your overnight in Bridlington?
I mean, to be honest with you, Sam, this place is kind of scary.
I'm sure Bridlington's a lovely place. I did feel like at many moments there was going to be like a knife-wielding clown around the corner. But,
Exactly.
yeah. Do you have dice,
Sam? This is our train. So if we roll anything less than a 7, the doors are jammed and we cannot board.
Come on, Ben. You can
right.
do this.
Are you ready?
You can do this.
Get in here.
10.
Oh, it's a 6.
Sorry, not your fault.
Oh my God. I got close to a 7. Oh God.
Well, 40 more minutes in Bridlington.
At least.
Okay, well, their train to me should have left like 5 minutes ago. And they're still at the station. It says the train left. What are they doing? Curse of the jam door. Ugh, love the curse of the jam door. All right, now we're starting to get to generic stuff. Like, what's the difference between this street and then this street? And the stuff down there and the stuff over there. So I think we just gotta keep walking and see if we can find just a good little corner or something. This is what we want. We want to be in the area where everything looks the freaking same.
The next train will be here soon. The train that we will be getting on will be here soon.
Because you've learned how to roll dice better now, right? You've been practicing?
Look, I rolled a 6 last time as a bit. I thought it would be funny, but it was funny, right?
It was kind of funny,
pretty funny. So this time I'm gonna roll an 8. I spotted the train. All right, Sam.
Okay, doors are here. Come on, Ben. Come on.
Oh, 7 or higher. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. Are you sure you don't want to do it?
You do it.
Okay, I'm doing it.
Oh,
It's an 8.
you nailed it, Ben.
Let's go get them.
They're so open.
They're so open and unjammed.
I love unjammed doors. Oh, our sweet, sweet train.
Well, they made it. But hey, we got one. That's pretty good. Okay, now we really gotta pick a spot because they're gonna be here in like 40 minutes.
All right, well, I think if we are right about where he is, he should be getting into position right now.
Run away, Adam.
All right, see, here's a great example of where we can't hide. Cannot hide anywhere where we can see that. Because that would be the tallest building we can see, and that is super distinctive. So we need to get away from that. This isn't bad. I need to make sure I wouldn't have to send any pictures of these signs. Feel good about this one. It's a little bench for me to sit on. There's like, I'm walking around, there's like a million streets that look like this. The downside is there's not like really a place to hide, but there isn't one on any of the streets that are like this. I guess we'll find out.
That mountain is,
It's looking hefty.
yeah, and that's just within the zone I checked. There are a couple different wooded areas within the zone. That's tricky. However, that's why we're gonna slice and dice. So first question, I think as soon as we get there, we're gonna do distance to
Nearest airport,
airport.
because that'll slice the map right now.
Pulling it. Should I send it?
Yeah.
I think we do it before he hits us with a curse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This
That's it for sure.
is definitely it.
I think Adam did something sneaky.
I think he went behind
Yeah,
the
to make it
scaffolding.
less.
Yeah, but, like, it's
here.
one of
Yeah, it's got one of
these.
those. Oh, here it is, Ben. I think
Yeah.
that's it. We got him.
All right.
We got him.
Well, they are here. And they have asked an interesting question. They've asked whether I'm closer to or further from the nearest airport. Now, this is a very clever question, I believe, because it functionally just splits this area into north-south. It just splits it in half. Okay, yeah, so I am further from the airport than them, which they will know means I am north of them. Already they can disregard quite a lot. Let's draw our cards. Ooh. All right. Ooh, tough choice. Oh my gosh, which one do we go with?
All right. Adam says he is further
From the airport.
Yeah, which would mean he's in the north half of his radius.
Okay. Let's go ahead and quickly ask, while we don't have a curse,
Yeah.
a tracing of his nearest path or street, because that'll just give us something to work with.
And then we find the center of.
One half of the remaining half. Radar, cut it in half again.
This half seems to have a little bit more complexity,
Yeah.
which makes me think it's slightly more
Good.
likely he's in it.
Let's go in the middle of there. It's an ambulance. It's probably for Adam because he's crashing out.
We do need to keep an eye out just in case.
True.
He's not there.
Adam.
Well, folks, they have begun their search in the wrong direction. They have gone towards the stuff that is interesting because they think I'm a sucker. They think I'm a damn sucker who can't help himself from being near the interesting stuff. Well, guess what? I did. Now they've asked, the most obvious one, trace my nearest path. Now, luckily, basically every path in this whole area looks the same.
Should get us an answer in 1 minute.
Okay.
And then we hit him with the immediate.
Yeah.
So 0.375 mile radius, right?
Yep, from here.
I'm gonna do it faster than he can type curse. Okay, he sent it, I sent back. Oh, okay. It's not a very useful one, at least immediately.
Gives us orientation.
Orientation can be useful.
Gives us orientation. And it looks pretty straight, but it's like, what, is he just on some residential street?
Maybe, I don't know.
We're going to draw a card. Awesome. I will say also that we are now at our max hand size. So we are going to use the curse of the hide and seek section. They were very quick and they did manage to get their next question in before I cast this, but that's fine.
We have been cursed.
Cursed. Cursed to the hide and seek section.
Do you want to hide or do you want to seek?
I'll hide.
Really?
Okay, you hide. I'm gonna close my eyes. You take this, and
Goodbye.
goodbye.
So the strat here is, how can we collude without colluding? I'm just gonna go straight down the biggest street. Slightly farther. Okay. This is good enough. All right, let me text him.
So we do have to answer this 0.375 mile radius, which will eliminate probably about half of the remaining map. And it is a miss. Now what's fun is that I can watch them play hide and seek. It seems that Sam has decided to hide and he has gone down towards the beach. What will Ben do?
Okay. Sam is hidden. And so I think that what I would do if I were Sam is I would just go in as straight of a line as possible for 500 feet and then turn a corner. So I'm gonna go, this street goes straight for quite a while here. You could have turned a corner here, but I don't think that makes any sense. I'm looking down and down. Oh wait, I think I see him.
Yeah, Ben found him. Okay, well, I guess that maybe bought me 5 minutes.
That was easy. Okay, nice job. Okay.
Our brains are melded.
Adam sent something. I'm gonna give a hot take. I did some matching work. I found a match that is a couple blocks that way. I think he's near.
What? Well, is it?
Let's see.
Is he in our radar?
Let's see. Oh, miss.
Okay, so you're wrong.
So we need to walk towards the other quadrant. Wait, do we want to ask something else?
Oh yes, I guess we can ask another question.
Photo towards
you. Yeah, I think that's just a useful one.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and before we forget, because we answered that radar, draw 2 cards. 10-minute bonus. Absolutely. Okay, photo towards me. Another classic question, which is why I am in front of a super generic brick wall.
Oh, we got a photo. He's in front of a brick wall that looks exactly like that.
Kind of all of these houses are identical.
Maybe we just go search through these streets then. Because this looks, that's the exact same shade of brick, right?
As these? Yeah, I think so.
And here's a data point, Ben. The sun is in his face. And specifically, it's to his left. So he's probably pointing that way.
Okay, good analysis. That
basically
shit was
rainbow.
Crazy.
Okay, let me.
Crazy that you just did that. Let's just go.
Let's search some streets at first, at least. Because maybe, maybe the shade of the houses changes or something.
Folks, they are approaching. We just have to hope that it takes them a while to get the right street.
The question for us now, Ben, is like, we can pretty clearly see all the way down.
I think on a street like this, I actually don't see a spot that would
No, like
match.
a clear spot with that much brick. I don't think this seems right because these houses don't have like a clean bit of brick that big, right?
At least not on the front of them.
Do we want to ask another photo since it's only one card pull? I guess I don't know if any photo would tell us anything. Maybe let's just go a little bit down the street because this is the really long one.
Yeah, this doesn't look quite right.
I don't think this is gonna do anything. But let's make ourselves as small as we can be. This is definitely pointless. But we gotta do everything we can.
I really feel like it's one of these houses. Also, because in that photo, there's one of those wires.
Yeah.
Those like coaxial cables running down the side.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good-looking brick around here. Oh.
And there's a good-looking Adam.
And a lot of good-looking hider.
You guys.
What's up?
Oh, you guys like my makeshift dead cat that I made for my microphone?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
It was crazy windy here the other day, and I was like, it's gonna ruin all my audio. So I bought a sponge and a sock and super glue at a convenience store.
MacGyver.
Cat. Benjamin,
All right.
here are the cards.
Thank you very much. I will see you all in 5 days. No, not this evening. Hello. Welcome to my hiding zone. Sam and Adam, good luck.
Welcome back to Jet Lag. We're so back. And guess what? The next episode is out right now on Nebula. That's true today. That's true tomorrow. That's true
A week from now?
12 days from now.
12. I would
17.
say 31 days from now, that will be true.
It's so true 31 days from now. But anyways, that's always the deal. We're always posting the next episode 1 week early on Nebula. It's part of what makes the Nebula viewing experience kind of the premium Jet Lag viewing experience, but it's not just because of that. It's also because of...
It's because of the Layover Podcast. I did the handoff perfectly.
That was really good.
The Layover Podcast is our jet lag recap podcast where we talk about what happened on this episode and we get into the behind the scenes and we get into the stuff that we cut. We talk more about the game design. We talk a little bit more about our strategy.
We talk about how it was not my fault.
We talk about how nothing is ever our fault.
Yeah,
if something went wrong, was not our fault.
It was his
Especially you
fault,
like to talk
not
about
me.
that. Another thing that's on Nebula that I'll just go ahead and tell you about right now is Scav. Scav is a docuseries about the world's largest annual scavenger hunt. We all produced this docuseries. I directed this docuseries. We all went to the University of Chicago to film this series. We followed 3 different teams that were competing in the scavenger hunt across 4 days. There is a list of 358 items, and those 3 teams are racing to try to complete that list. And it's pretty fun.
And folks, if you want to get everything that Adam just talked about and the best jet lag viewing experience possible and so much more, you're just going to want to go to nebula.tv/jetlag. That's how they know that we told you to do it. And so then they give us money. And then we can keep making the show, and that's great.
Yeah, nebula.tv/jetlag. Bye.
I feel like we did really good here.
Yep.